times. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Smile Jamaica. It is morning time. It's the end of the week. It is June 8th. And we welcome everyone on OneSpotMedia.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat at SmileJamTVJ, and also on TelevisionJamaica.com. So I am not going to do the show all by myself. I'm just trying to prove to them that I can do it by myself. So that's why I am by myself. And I've done it already. So, but summer will be here pretty soon. So we hope everyone is all right. It's time for you to get up, time for you to school, work, watch us, and anything else that you do this early in the morning. You know, I see some people jogging on the road like 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning. This fitness thing has taken over everyone. So maybe you're at the gym, but you can still see us. So morning, maybe you can't hear us, but morning, and hope you have a great day. Also, up front, want to remind you that starting around 12:15 today at Dump Up Beach in Montego Bay, Hits 92 will be there, as it is the World Cup launch part 2. And then come 5 o'clock, we will be there. I certainly will be there. Sakina will be there. And again, we're at Dump Up Beach, and we go until 7 o'clock this evening. And we hope that you will come down and join us and have some fun. And we're going to have a 3-a-side game, and we're going to have some celebrities there, and Oral Tracy will be there with his mad self. So come down. We would love to see you. Then, I can't remember what time today, but the Racers Grand Prix is tomorrow. Londia, what time is the Racers Grand Prix is, they have the welcome reception for the athletes. We're going to carry that live today. And then tomorrow, starting around 6 o'clock, we have the Racers Grand Prix. It's third staging coming from the National Stadium. It's live here, live on TVJSN, and of course live on Hits. Then, I don't done yet, come Thursday, the 21st staging of the FIFA World Cup. Comes from Russia. And our first game would be Russia, the host country, up against Saudi Arabia. I think the game is at 10 o'clock, so we will start our pre-game at 9 o'clock. And then, of course, we have a post-game. And then it's 1 month of football, 64 games, 32 teams. And Brazil shall win. Remember me tell you that. But there are some outstanding teams in the World Cup. And anyone has a chance, really, but I just think the Brazilians will do it for sure. So welcome, folks, welcome. Let me tell you what's up today. You know, every now and again we have a new car to show you, and today is no different. So we have a Subaru lined up for you, and Judith Denton will be here to talk to us about the car and how much is a car, and you'll see it for sure. It's a fantastic looking car, so you'll see that later on. It is a Friday, and our producer is Shauna Tuna, which means she must have some whole heap of rubbish for us to do, as she normally does. And today won't be any different, so we're going to have something to smile about. We're going to have a rollout, as we do every Friday. And we also will be talking to the dancehall king. What's his name? Blugo? He'll be here. He's the king of dancehall. And he'll be here, the Magnum King will be here. There is something called playful photography, which you also want to see. So we're going to set up a little booth, and you could go in and take a picture with different backgrounds and stuff, and you could have it at your function. So you will have that later on. And then, you may have seen this before. I don't know if you remember when I went to learn to swim, even though I could swim. And everybody tell me that because I say I don't know how to, what do you call it? It's tread water or thread water. It's tread water, don't? So they say I can't tread water, so I can't swim. But I can swim, I just can't stay up. So when I'm tired, I have to be in a position to stand up so I don't swim in deep water. I can swim, Richard. Well, what everybody's in here tell me, watch the feature, and you'll say dive off and swim and thing and come up back and, yeah, because I don't know how to tread water, but I can swim from here, go out there and come back. When I'm tired, I just stand up. Thank you very much. No, you can't swim, President, but you can't stay up, right? See. then that was, so you come in just like me. So if my foot can't touch the ground and I get tired, I'll have to say goodbye, never. But that's coming up later on. That's a feature, and the teacher was really, really good. Even though, and I had to have an argument with Shauna about this, she wasn't in the water with me. So what happened if me I drown? Oh, your lord, you say you drowned? No, I was trying that. But to be fair, she was close enough and she had this long stick. But you'll see it. So I don't want. She had this long stick, and there was one time I started to train, and I just find myself, I go down and she just goes with the stick. It was fun. She was really, really good. So you want to see that. All right, I'm talking of by myself. So time for some hot topics. Wish I shall talk some more. I shall talk some more after when the hot topics start. This first one is kind of interesting, and it's on the front page of our newspaper, The Gleaner, and it says Battle for Land, and it says MP Mayor side with Westmoreland squatters. Apparently, these people have been living on this land for decades, and I mean decades. Here's what Dr. McNeil says, and I quote, he says, "We believe that where you have a situation with 500 settlers who have been on the land for decades, you can't just say everybody must move like that. There must be discussion and dialogue, and we stand squarely beside the residents of Little Bay, Brighton, and Salmon Point." He goes on to say, "One of the difficulties I have is that it has only been one side of the story that's been told. I don't know how you could deal with relocating entire towns. These are real issues that have to be addressed." Oh, so apparently these people have been living on 867-acre property in Westmoreland. And they're now told that they have to move. And I was watching it on the news, and some people are saying they want to buy the land and they want to do this. It says a week ago the High Court set aside a 2011 stay of eviction. It had allowed the illegal occupants to remain and ordered them to vacate the property. And if they did not, the owners had the right to recover possession of their property. Wow. So you live in the same place for 10, 20 years. That a decade is 10, and it says decades. So some people have been there for a long time. And wow, this says, "I know of persons living there for over 67 years. Wow. So you live in the same place for 6 decades, almost 7, and then they're asked to move. So I'm certain we'll hear more about that, but it's quite unfortunate, and we hope that it will work in everyone's favor. This one is kind of strange. So there's a Kenyan referee that was offered a bribe in a game, took the bribe. An undercover reporter or BBC journalist posing as a Ghanaian soccer official offered him $600, and he was caught on camera accepting the money. Now, he should have been in the World Cup, and he won't because of that. There was a documentary. They say they really didn't show the referee himself accepting the money, but wow. So he's not going to be in the World Cup. And it's not the first time we've had issues with match fixing and stuff like that. There was an entire Italian team that was banned because of that. And its president thrown out of football. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So sometimes you one day see games and you say, well, yeah, good football. And then you hear, boy, it's because a man didn't get our money. So them never really play that part. The last part, you know, some people are saying, well, it's like, what do you call it when they, it's the same thing we were talking about, Buja Banton. What do you call it when they set you up? Entrapment. So some people are saying that's illegal. It's like almost a sting operation that they kind of set you up and stuff like that. So a handful of people have emerged in support of the referee, and they question the pretenses under which the fake bribe was made, and noted that it does not make sense that he would have accepted just $600, knowing that he would make at least $25,000 for his work as a referee this month. Some people are saying maybe don't go so, because if you had gone to the World Cup, you would get plenty money for that. So why take $600 when if you go to the World Cup, you're going to get plenty money? So, all right, there you go. Incredible. Final one, Bob Marley biopic, it says, in works from his son Ziggy Marley. So he's developing a story on his late father. Paramount Pictures is in its early stages of development, we are told. It says no director, no writers, or no producers just yet. And of course, his son has released a total of 15 albums. He's won a number of Grammys, including one for Best Children's Album for the animated children's series Third and Bird. So there's Bob Marley, still can't believe, left us at 36 years old, rated as one of the greatest ever. And you hear his name called in the same line with Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley and James Brown and people like that at 36 years old. Outstanding, Bob Marley. So we hope that this will work out for his son Ziggy and the rest of the family, and we will be able to see it. All right? So that's it for the hot topics. There you go. But I have some birthdays. Can chatty? Sure. Anyway, Sim soon come, so don't worry. You won't be stuck with me for the rest of the morning. Please wish Miss Shavena Morley of the math department and Miss Camlin Reed, who works at St. George's College, a very happy birthday today. We wish for them great fun day. So here is Shavana. There she is. It's her birthday today, works in the math department, and it's coming from your colleague teacher, Shanna Williams Miller. Also, happy birthday to Joel. And it says lots of love from mom and dad, big brother Tyler, sister Nyla, and the rest of the family. It says have a fantastic day. Here is Mas Joel. Nice outfit and looking really nice and sweet. There is Joel, right? It's almost a Joel. There is Joel. I don't done yet. Wait no man, wait no. Here we go again. It says, please send wishes to Margaret Forrest. Now Margaret lives in Florida. Now it's coming from her husband. I want to hear them all at J here. It's coming from her husband, Junior. Kids, Jumar, Jan, and Jumaine. Nephews, Jahim and Jamal. Niece, Jamora. Parents, Claudette and Fitzroy. And of course, your wonderful sister, Latoya. Here she is. Beautiful picture. I had to read all of that before I show you a picture. Did I get it right? There you go. It's your mommy's birthday, and your mommy's name would be Janet Williams. Yesterday, Mrs. Williams, happy birthday. Yeah? And today is your anniversary. Your daughter telling me, and your daddy's birthday is answered. All right, so make I get it right. So happy birthday to Kareem's mom. Happy birthday to Kareem's dad on Sunday. And then happy anniversary tomorrow. Today is the anniversary. I'm confused. But I hope you have a great day. And I don't done yet. This one now, very special, because my good looking friend at St. George's College, and it's her mom. I'm going to show her picture as soon as I get it. And it's happy birthday to Jasmine Simmons Henry. Mrs. Simmons Henry, she works at the Bustamante Hospital for Kids. I hope you have an absolutely brilliant day, ma'am. And the greetings are coming from your daughters, Jana and Rihanna. And here is the picture right here. Don't worry, I don't leave out your picture, just getting it ready for you. So there's Mrs. Simmons Henry. And ma'am, happy birthday from me also. I have a wonderful daughter who sings really, really beautiful at St. George's College. So I hope you have a great day. Boy, I want some what? Oh, me have tea, come here, chat print. Whew. Happy birthday, folks. Have a great day. So come.
Who know the way true is love and unity to all of God's children. Should be a great event, and the whole day should be spent and for remembering of those who lived and died for the oneness of all people. again. We know that nothing will